Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for attending our vow renewal tonight. We are so appreciative of each and every one of you for your love and support throughout our continued journey together. I want to start out by telling you that I can remember as a child planning my wedding, what colors I would have, how many bridesmaids I would have, the kind of man I was going to marry, even how many children I would have later, maybe the kind of house I would live in. I can remember at a pretty young age planning that out. I met Bruce about 19 years ago through a mutual friend. Never in a million years did I think that we would end up married. However, I ran into him about 12 years ago when I was out with some mutual friends, and he contacted me and we started contacting each other back and forth. Unfortunately, I was in the process of moving to Kentucky from Tennessee for a job. We continued to remain in contact, and my job actually wasn't working out very well. So he convinced me to move back to Tennessee and go back to my old job. I rented an apartment and I told him he could not move in with me. However, he came over to stay and he just never left. We ended up buying our first home together about a year later, and we lived there for a couple years before parting ways. I was pretty young and he was going to school in Bowling Green, Kentucky for a couple years. He moved back and started looking for a home. I was in an apartment at the time, and so I helped him find a house. He took me to dinner and he said, "So are you going to move in?" I said, I don't know. Long story short, we moved back in together, and not long after that, we conceived our first daughter, Briley. We lived there for about 18 more months before we were relocated to North Carolina for his job, and I was able to become a stay-at-home mom. I waited until she was 3 before he asked me to marry him, and that was 9 years in, 9 whole years of being friends and dating off and on. But I was so excited that I planned our wedding 2 months later. Little did anybody know that I was actually pregnant with our second daughter when we got married. We obviously never did anything by the book. However, I didn't have a problem with that. I was a little bit skeptical anyways, just because I came from a divorced family. However, I figured if we could survive having children together and we could live together, that we could probably get married. So I was pretty confident by the time we got married that we would be okay. We got married on July 26th that year. We got married in the barn at Chestnut Springs, and it was a beautiful location. We actually got married outside in the backyard of the barn. Our reception was held on the inside. We had candles and beautiful peach-colored flowers, hydrangeas. We had linen everywhere. It was just very beautiful country wedding. It was small. Only our closest friends and family were there to love us and support us, which is all of you that are here tonight. And our youngest daughter was our bridesmaid. But the reason that we're here having a vow renewal tonight is because we feel it's important to show our children, now that we have Stella, that we are going to continue on this journey together for a lifetime. And we are so dedicated to our family. We're dedicated to our friends. We are dedicated to our children. We are dedicated to each other. So we feel that it's important to renew our vows tonight, just to show our kids that we are going to make this work, and we are so excited for what the future is going to bring for all of us together as a family. So thank you all again for being here tonight, for loving us, supporting us. Have a great, fun evening with us. Thank you.